This week, One Stars go to Intuit Dome. Nico Case is over in Dallas. Arizona Cardinals Sad Boys Club rolls on. NBA Power Rankings, and we are joined by Denver Nuggets big man, DaRon Holmes II.
This is an episode for the Mile High City, DK, and our partners at homage.com have all the Denver Nuggets gear you need. Hoodies, Jokic soft tees, Jamal Murray tees, you name it. Go to homage.com to check it all out, and make sure you click the link in our show notes to purchase gear to help support your favorite podcast, One Star Recruits.
This is DaRon Holmes II. I'm one with the One Star Recruits. Let's get it.
Yo, aloha. Welcome to the One Star Recruits podcast, checking in at 185.5 pounds from the Portland studio. In the full middle of daddy daycare. Now I'm really in it. DK Jr. has hit that 3.5, 3.6 months range, is deciding to change his sleep schedule, and he's just switching it up on me pretty consistently here, Rip. So I'm going to be honest. I'm in it. I'm Dorothy in the tornado right now. I'm doing my best to stay on top of some games, keep up with some news, get a little bit of hoops in, but I'm struggling over here. I'm in it, Rip.
DK Jr. trying to prep himself for those NFL Europe games, 6:30 a.m. starts here on the West Coast. You've been able to watch all those? Are you up at 6 a.m.?
Those games, those I was up for, actually. Best field so far that I saw was in the most recent game in Germany. Where are we going to next week? It's in Madrid, Spain.
Yep.
On to Spain, one of my favorite places. Great country, great napping habits there. Eating at 10:30 at night still completely throws me into a mess. But other than that, I dream of living in Mallorca, Spain one of these days. Are you a Spain guy? Are you a nap during the day guy and a eat late at night human, Rip, or does that turn you off? A lot of people hate it.
Man, I tried actually to take a nap for the first time last weekend and just couldn't fall asleep. I think it's the Lee's coffee, whatever it is. I would love to nap, but I just can't do it.
You are on that Lee's coffee. I didn't take you as a nap. I knew you were on that Lee's coffee. Even talking to Jaron, I saw my boy Rip's moving fast. He must be on that Lee's coffee today. Big shout out. Wonderful. If you need a pick me up, get a Vietnamese coffee in your body, listeners. We always love a good pump up. It's probably better for you than a Monster Energy drink at the end of the day, and it will clear you out. Double hit. But it's good to have you back and pumped up, Rip. Great interview. It was a nice week for me, but like I said, I've been just daddy daycare. I'm just in kid zone. That's just what it comes to. And I don't want to do that to the podcast. I don't want to talk about getting baby poo on my clothes or techniques in executing full laydowns during the day versus at night, or what toys are working to keep my kid entertained longer than 5 seconds. I'm going to keep it out of the podcast. What we'll keep in, though, is you going to NBA buildings, continuing to check them off their list, get to the big daddies. Were you on the wall? Did you get to the wall, Rip, at a Clippers game? You made it to Intuit. Walk us through your whole system. Did you talk to our guy, Heavy Shitters? He lives right around the corner. We have a guy on our fantasy football league who lives right in Inglewood. He said, park at my house. When I was in Laughlin, he said, DK, if you ever come, just park at my house.
Damn. You know what? I totally forgot about that, but I was actually in the middle of a heated fantasy battle with him, and I have a policy of not talking to my opponent while we're playing them, so it wouldn't have worked out. But yeah, Inglewood, I hit up the Intuit Dome, DK. I was there on Saturday night. It's huge. The Intuit Dome is probably the newest arena in the NBA.
So what's your first take? I saw you hit on a fabulous group event night, Filipino Heritage Night. The lumpias were flowing. You probably had the stick dances going on at halftime. Did you get a Filipino Heritage Night t-shirt?
I did not. It was an extra $8, so I stayed away from that. I probably would have worn it like once in my life, but it was a cool arena. The thing I was impressed about the most was the technology advances that they have there compared to other arenas I've been in. You basically don't even need a credit card. If you prep before the game and they scan your face and you walk into this little store, get what you want, and walk out without ever pulling out your wallet. It's kind of insane, actually.
What does that mean? That's too much. My mom's mind just got boggled by that. So you're prepped. So it means you get the app, you download the app, you put your information in that geo fences you when you're in the building, which allows you to walk into each different outlet and just grab and go, essentially.
Yeah, it's basically face scanning is what you do. So you scan your face into the app before you go to the game. They have it there. Then once you're at the arena, when you want to buy some concessions, you scan your face there and then it matches you to your credit card that's in your mobile wallet, and the rest
Hmm.
is history, DK. You don't need to ever make a transaction. It's all automatic now.
That's interesting. What do you feel about face scanning or even your kids' face scanning? That's kind of now Steve Ballmer owns your face. You don't think about that at all?
It actually made me feel kind of cool because I'm like, wow, they can't like mix me up with anybody. Like I have my own unique face, like wrinkles and everything, and there's no one out there like me. So it made me feel a little special, to be honest.
I mean, you look like if Butterbean did meth. If Butterbean started doing meth, you guys might get confused it into it. But that makes sense. So you just go in, you grab your so you grab you what you grab some candy, some drinks, popcorn, grab it, walk out. Does it make a sound? Does it how do you know that you're checked? Does it do a cha-ching sound?
You get a notification like 10 minutes later, like this is what you walked out with. I walked out with some
Wow.
nachos. I have no idea how they knew it was nachos. Like I didn't have, there was no scanning of the
Right.
nachos. I just walked out with them. It was incredible.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Cool. I like that little into it. I'm down for new stuff like that. How was the overall food? You had nachos, you had some other things. Is any improvement in that realm? Kids were happy. Was it a good food experience overall?
Yeah, I mean the kids are just going for the basics, the nachos, the popcorn, that sort of thing. So just a lot like standard arena food. I'll tell you one thing though, Intuit Dome is lacking the over the Phoenix Arena is that Matt Ishbia, DK, as we know, lowered almost all the prices to $2 last year. So if you go to Phoenix, you can eat for like $20, like for three or four people. Here at Intuit, man, you're still paying $12 for nachos, and so the prices aren't down. The technology is up, but they're probably paying for it with the prices, you know.
Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. From a fan's perspective, I saw that the Jumbotron was really good right in your face. I mean, I would probably have a hard time watching that versus watching the court because it's so right in your face. How was that? And then how last one on this, did you get a look at the first wall? Is that what everybody's talking about? Is that the truth or is that a gimmick?
Yeah, me being a one-star DK, you already know I was on I'll call it the back wall, literally the last row of the top deck in the arena. So I was
Those are
up
really
like
shitty
above the
tickets, man. That picture
scoreboard.
was really high up.
We're really high up, and the thing up there is you're so far away from the court that they have this giant jumbotron scoreboard, like you mentioned, that you're watching the game on the jumbotron. You're not even watching the court, so you're watching the game on the jumbotron. And the other ones, the one-star thing about that arena is if you're doing that, there's a little bit of a delay. It's like a second and a half delay between the actual game and what you see on the jumbotron.
Mm.
So it feels weird, man, because you hear these cheers and then you look up and something had already happened. So, but yeah, the wall is legit. My kids were definitely interested. They said, "Dad, look at they're really like making these guys miss free throws down there." So I think they did a study last year that the Clippers opponents had like the lowest free throw percentage in the NBA. So the wall does actually work. It's pretty interesting.
The wall worked. The wall worked. Maybe the wall did a curse on our guy Jalen. He lasted one quarter before looks like he's out another couple weeks with that hamstring injury. How did our Phoenix Suns look? Eye to eye. Devin Booker. Is he still peaking? Is he still on the upswing after you got some fresh eyes on him live and in person from about basically you it felt like you were like a hang glider away. It felt there's no way you could even see D Book from those seats, Rip.
I saw him on the Jumbotron. It honestly feels a little bit like the Cardinals when they hired Jonathan Gannon as coach, because everyone's like, "Who is this guy? Like, he's a little weird. Nobody knows who he is." And then they started out kind of hot, which is what the Suns are doing. They got this new coach named Jordan Ott, OTT. Nobody knows who he is. This could be like an accountant for Ernst and Young, basically. But now they've won like six in a row. They killed the Pelicans the other night. They're on a hot streak, and now everyone's like, "Oh, maybe this coach is legit," you know, and honestly, like the vibes seem really good. Jalen Green got hurt, but the next game you saw him out there. Grayson Allen hit for 42 points. Jalen Green's jumping on him. Like the vibes, that's one thing over last year with KD in the mix. The vibes seem a total 180 from last year. So that's got to be a good thing.
It's very important, yeah, for this team to come together. They have to actually like each other and like balling. Well, good report back, man. Good experience. So 1 to 5 stars. What do you give your overall NBA experience in 2025?
I'm gonna give it a 4. I was impressed. Maybe I might go back, man. I'm staying out of the Lakers arena, but I
Mini
might
plan?
be
Are you
back to
mini plan
Intuit Dome
candidate? If they hear this, you're gonna start getting blown up immediately. Are you a mini plan candidate?
those calls are going straight to voicemail, like always.
Well, if you're in Grand Rapids, Michigan, don't pick up those calls and head down because you got a pro. You got a pro playing, man, down there with the Grand Rapids Gold. He's coming up here on the podcast, an Arizona guy. He's averaging 18 points, 8 rebounds, power forward, big man with the Grand Rapids Gold on assignment from the Denver Nuggets. Just scored 26. I love it when these big men from the NBA go down to the G League because they just drop 25, 30, 35 and 15. They're really able to just get in there and be a little bit more free with their basketball. It's a good time to watch, especially these young guys, what they can do in the G League. And he's doing that in Grand Rapids. Rip, have you been to Grand Rapids? Is it on your list? Has it been on your touch point list of travels?
The only thing I know about Grand Rapids is they got a baller there right now, and a baller was born there, Devin Booker, hometown of Devin Booker. So, but that's about it, man. Never been and probably never will be, to be honest.
I didn't know that, man. Look at that. Fun facts from Rip all the time. And you tied it together from your son's game right here to Grand Rapids. Well, that's good. Well, Grand Rapids need to get some momentum. We got the showcase going on in the G League. Check that out. Everybody's excited about Holmes and his growth. We're excited because he's an Arizona guy with a great family doing really cool things. And we think we got another guy on the podcast as usual for One Stars who we're going to be able to watch evolve into a really productive NBA player. Enjoy this interview with Grand Rapids Gold and Denver Nuggets power forward, DaRon Holmes II.
Now joining the One Star Recruits podcast, we have an Arizona guy, a forward for the Denver Nuggets, and someone who is currently freezing his ass off up in Grand Rapids, Michigan. DaRon Holmes II is on with the One Star Recruits. Thanks for hopping on, DaRon.
Anytime. Thank you guys for letting me get on.
Hey, we're going to talk Grand Rapids in a minute. I know you're up there in hoodie season right now, 33 degrees, but we're Arizona guys like we mentioned. I want to ask you about your parents, actually. Goodyear, Arizona, where you grew up. Parents been married almost 25 years now, really just seem like positive role models. How did they make your basketball and your educational journey easier by being there and being supportive the whole way?
They did a very good job. It's just like the little foundational stuff, the stuff I was taught as a kid, making sure I treat people the way I want to be treated, very respectful, very responsible. That's all where it starts, and that's off the court stuff. On the court, I would say just the passion of them wanting me to be my best and always telling me to play hard, and they did a very good job of that. So
They did, man. You're the oldest of three brothers, too, for listeners out there. Congrats, by the way, to Cameron on his commitment to U of A down in Tucson. Big time baller alert coming to Tucson, listeners. Get your tickets. Get your tickets. They already got their tickets watching Koa do his thing. For other older bros out there, how often are you reaching out and doing check-ins? You doing each week? You sharing dinner recipes? Is it all hoops? What's the talk hoops versus life with your brothers?
honestly, it's a little different nowadays, and it might not be the same as every older brother, but I know some older brother can definitely relate. Me and Cameron don't talk as often. We do check up every now and then. I mean, he's busy; he's always doing stuff, and it's just like that now, But me and him we're still cool. We're still close. Like every time we see each other, it's always positive. It's not like it's negative. It's just we don't talk often because we're both so busy and stuff. But it's
For
nice
sure.
to hear from him every now and then and see how he's doing, and I always get a glimpse and make sure he's doing right. So
Yeah, especially with social media too. You forwarding over social media, you see a nice assist or something, nice out of bounds play he drops. You sending that over. Or you guys just see you when we'll see you at Thanksgiving, bro. Maybe.
yeah, so it's more like you said on the DM, we'll like see each other's stuff and then we'll like repost it on our Instagram and then we'll text each other, maybe message something quick and be like, hey, good job, and then we'll send like a heart, be like, love you, bro, love you, bro. And then other than that, we usually see each other on the holidays or when one of us is back in town, then we'll run into each other at some point, just knowing that at all times. But yeah, it's one of those things.
The Holmes family, Millennium High School, also family. Listeners, they're ranked top 10 in the country. Let me say that again, in the country right now. And we mentioned Cameron, major reason for that success there. You were on Twitter advocating for him to go to Dayton. He chose U of A. We're fine as Arizona guys. We're okay with that. What are the Wildcats getting with him? And the question we want to know, is he better than you?
The Wildcats are getting a very great player. He plays very hard. He works very hard. He plays with a lot of energy. He's very, very skilled. Cameron, and he's a lefty. So and to your point, at his age, I would say at his age he was. He's very, he plays very, very enthusiastic. He shows his emotions out there, and the way he plays is so like, it's very like great to watch. When I go watch him play, like when I get the chance to, I'm always in awe. Like it's like, wow, man, this dude's gonna be special. So it's great being able to see him. I think we do things differently. We don't play the exact same, but then we play different positions and have different play styles. But when I was his age, he was definitely more skilled. He definitely was. But that's credit to him and his hard work. So I'm very proud of him.
That's what people in Arizona are saying. And no disrespect at all. I mean, this is kind of like a 2-for-1. We have listeners, you get to follow DaRon and you get to follow Cameron because they're both on different trajectories, but very different styles, different flows, really incredible ballers. Goes back to the foundation and the parents. We love on this podcast following a story like yours. Listeners, real fast, crazy injury right off the bat. Sad a year. Now you're back. That means spending some time in the G League. G League, you went from the desert of Arizona to the winters of Michigan. First things first, how are the vibes in Grand Rapids?
Honestly, we're great. It's a bunch of great talent down here, and like you said, I'm trying to get better with my Achilles and get back, and it's just a process, and everything's been great. So for me, it's just making sure I take things one day at a time, attack the days the right way. Focus, watch film, and get better and enjoy it, embrace it. It's been great down here, and I love it. Our team is great. We're 2-0 right now, so I'm excited to continue going.
There's a great leader down there, Steve Ybarra. He's the leader of that team on the business side. He's a great human being. It's a really fun place to hoop at. We had Jasper Johnson down in Kentucky and asked him the same question last week. He said his turnovers. But what's something that our listeners can watch and follow you in your games? We can tune into that box score and see something that you're working on, growth in your game. What's something you want to get better at?
Just all around, just continue to be an all around Swiss Army knife. I think I do a good job of that. I think I can do multiple things out there. I think I'm very strong I play the power forward. So just being able to, mix things up, shoot the ball well, but also run the floor well and seal, just on defense, be a leader, knowing where I need to be at. That's the biggest thing I would say is getting up to speed. Cause in college, I played a lot of the five. Here I'm playing a lot of the four, so I have to be better at making sure I'm getting to the right rotation spot and moving on the perimeter better on defense and obviously on offense too. I think the defensive part is where I'm trying to find my niche at.
Under or over in the next, let's say 5 games, will we see 3 3-pointers from DaRon Holmes?
I don't know. That's a good question.
The flow of the game. We'll have to see. You have to turn in. You have to go watch.
Yeah,
We'll leave
they'll have to watch and find that out. We'll definitely see. I just play out. I just go with the flow. Whatever the game brings is whatever it brings for me. I definitely, as long as I can have an impact in some way, even if it's not scoring. That's my biggest thing. Just making sure I have an impact.
True facts, man. That's why you're great for the Nuggets. You're great for the Rapids right now. Let's go back to Phoenix before I pass it over to Rip. We do a quick game. How Arizona are you? We're gonna do how Phoenix are you? I want to know your orders at these 3 Arizona food gems. You ready?
Let's hear it.
Number 1, Filiberto's. Go.
Ooh, my order. I'll get those rolled tacos. That's the number one.
Yeah, those are the best.
No cheese.
3 rolled tacos. You get guac and cheese.
Yeah, I don't get cheese on it though, but I get the 3 rolled tacos and I'll have some hot sauce on the side with it.
Dairy free. These athletes, yeah, legit order. Those are fire listeners. If you're at a Philly Bees, those rolled tacos, they're classics. A Chiba Hut.
I actually haven't ate there before.
No Chiba Hut. How about Whataburger?
Whataburger. Oh yeah, I'll go with there's this burger they have on like the sourdough bread. I think it is, or Texas toast or something like that. I'll get that, and I gotta get the fries with the spicy ketchup. That's a late night. That's like a off night eat though. Like I can't eat that every day, but definitely when I do, I go hard with it.
Always the athletes clarify. Yeah, that's a good one. Actually slept on at Whataburger. We don't talk about it enough. They have very good chicken tenders that you dip in gravy. If you also just need another thing to hit their listeners while you're there. Peter Piper Pizza, one of my favorite. What's your order?
I think I've been there a couple of times. That's where you can create a pizza, right?
You create a pizza, get a special. Maybe what video game you playing there?
Barbecue chicken.
Do some skee ball.
Ooh, barbecue chicken. Yeah. That's what's up. What did I miss? What's the Arizona gem that I missed in that one that you go to regularly?
I love In-N-Out. I mean, that's every day. But I mean,
he's missing that.
I'm trying to think.
Culver's is the closest thing you're going to have in Grand Rapids.
Yeah, Culver's is good. It's similar. It's not the same as In-N-Out to me, but it's pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of good spots. There's this place called Taco Boys in Arizona. It's a hit. It's a must go.
Yeah.
Very, very good spot. So.
Arizona local, man. Give me three outdoor courts in the Phoenix area if you're going to go play some pickup ball. Top
I'm
three,
gonna go
go.
parks near my house is I would say let's go with Falcon Park. That's OG. That's if you're
Yep.
from if you went to Millennium, you have to know about Falcon Park or Goodyear Park. One of those two. And then there's this parking surprise that I love that we used to go to, and we used to have some games. Me and my friends used to play up there all the time. So that's where they'll do like the spring training stuff around that area. But I think it's Surprise Park, one of those two.
Yeah. Lots of
Yeah.
Ash Surprise Park, kind of a new development out in the Arizona
Mhm.
area. Good games out there, though, coming from a pro.
Appreciate
I
it.
love that. Let's stick with
Thank
spring
you.
training. Last one. I think 15 teams spend their spring training in Arizona at the Cactus League. Give me 5 of those, DaRon Holmes.
I think the Angels.
Check.
I would say these. Let's go with the Sox. Do the White Sox go down there or
White
no?
Sox still go there. Yep. We
Okay,
haven't
let's go
lost
White
them.
Sox. Guardians. I think the Guardians go
Yep.
down there. Um, the Dod. No, I wouldn't say the Dodgers. I don't think the Dodgers go down there. Um, two more, right?
2 more. You're 2 more. You're so
Mm,
Arizona, man. 2 more.
let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Red Sox or no?
The Red Sox are a miss.
I don't know.
I'll give you the
Those are
Cubs and the
the
A's, and we'll.
Cubs. I do know the Cubs go down there. I don't know the
Yep,
last one though.
Cubs and the A's, and then obviously our
There
D-backs
it
down there,
is.
man. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Thank you,
D-backs.
bro.
Yeah. Thank
Dude,
you so
absolutely Arizona guy. Thank you for playing our little game.
much.
Hey, DaRon, we end every interview with the segment we call 1 star to 5 star. We talk about all the time. We're 1 stars, but we're trying to get better with advice and tips from every guest we have on this podcast, like yourself. So just to close it out, I want to ask you a few questions that run the gamut on a 1 to 5 star scale here. You ready?
Okay, perfect. Let's do it.
All right, you had a lot of time to think about things your rookie year when you were rehabbing your torn Achilles. Probably lots of time for online shopping too. My wife is on there all the time. What's the 5 star purchase? Let's call it a 5 star purchase you made, or maybe even an investment you made since you signed your rookie deal.
I would say my apartment in Denver downtown. It's pretty nice. I love it. It's at the Sugar Cube. Shout out to the Sugar Cube residents. They're very good with what they do there.
Sounds fancy. Hey, real
Thank you.
estate probably the best investment if in DK's mind. Second one here, we like to play a little game on this podcast. It's a nickname game. We know that Deuce is kind of what you go by. DaRon Holmes II.
Mhm.
I'm actually a second too, but you go by Deuce a little bit. We think now that you're in the NBA, maybe you might need a more sophisticated nickname. So what we do on here is we come up with some on our own, and then we also go
Mhm.
to AI. We hit up AI to see if they have something for you. So I'm going to give you a few here from myself and also from AI. And I want you to rank them on a 1 to 5 star scale. Possible nicknames for DaRon Holmes II here.
That was great.
These usually suck, Jerron. Just warning you. Warning alert. These
Gotcha.
usually suck.
All good.
All right, I'm gonna start with AI because they kind of combined one with now you're in Denver and you're Deuce, so they called it they called you the Denver Deuce. What do you think about that? To me, it
I
sounds
give,
like maybe spending some time in a bathroom after eating some
yeah,
Filiberto.
I
I don't
give
know.
that a
Denver
two
Deuce
star.
for
A
me.
two star.
Quick 2
All
star.
right,
Like
2 star.
two star.
I kind of
All
like it
right,
though because you're deucing
let's
on
go down the
people.
list. All right, let's go down the list. No, number 2 here, 14 karat. It's a reference to the
Oh,
gold rush history of Denver, and of course, your jersey number is
ooh.
14. So 14 karat, you play like gold on the court. About that one.
I like it. That's a 4 star to me. That's a very unique one. I think that's pretty cool. I like it.
All right. We got 2 more here. This is AI also. The Holmes Wrecker, playing off your defensive presence and strength. The Holmes Wrecker. What do you think about that one?
I give it a 3. I like it. It's interesting. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
This is going better than it usually does. I'll tell you.
It's
Usually
better
these
than
are
I'm
all one
surprised it
star.
is
All
better than
right.
it usually goes. I thought you were gonna say Pulte Holmes or something. It's better than it usually is.
It's going to be hard to top Deuce because we know you've been called that your whole life. But last one
Mhm.
here, kind of playing on Arizona, a little Mexican influence here. Jersey number 14. We know our guy Chad Ochocinco. He used to go by Ocho Cinco
Mhm.
growing up when he was on the Bengals. How about your jersey numbers 14? How about going with those Arizona roots? 14. How about just not Ocho Cinco, but
Ooh.
you got
Ooh,
14. That's
fresh.
14 in Spanish.
Give
What do you think
that,
about that?
yeah, I definitely give that a 4 star too, just because I like the way the way you said it was pretty good, like with the
Yeah.
That's
Arizona roots and everything. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Hey, we got some possible hits here. We'll send it up, our guy Nick O'Hara up in media relations up there. We'll send him over to him. Hey, last one here. We got to close it out with one for the Nuggets fans. Everyone sees out there, they see Jokic make these triple doubles look easy and really just makes the entire game of basketball look easy when you watch him. But he's also got a great personality when you're his teammate and in close quarters with him. Let's say what's a 5-star Jokic story that you have of the big man from your year plus hanging out with the Nuggets crew out there so far?
I mean, I'm trying to think. There's a lot. I mean, this one was recent when I was up there. We were sitting the bench and he told me to look in like his water bottle, something was wrong with it, and he sprayed me with water. I mean, I think um that's a
Nice.
good one. That's something Jokic would do. So that was, yeah, that's the most one I can recall. He got me good. I thought there was really something going on with his water bottle, and I looked closely and he just sprayed me with water. So
I would have done the same. I would have totally looked closely to check it out to make
yeah,
sure that it's kind of funny he did that.
he got me. He got me.
Thank you for that, DaRon. Listeners can go follow him at DaRon815 on Instagram. You can see him this month balling at the Van Andel Arena in Grand Rapids and coming soon to Ball Arena in Denver. DaRon, thank you for being a great role model. We're all rooting for you as an Arizona guy, and we wish you the best of luck this season and beyond. Thank you again for coming on with the One Star Recruits, man.
Thank you guys so much. You guys are the best, man.
Thank you to the Gold and the Nuggets and all of our favorite people over there. We love and appreciate you. A really fun interview from Arizona guy. I mean, rolled tacos at Filiberto's. I get 5 of them. I only eat about 4 before I'm done, but I get 5 anyway because they're just my favorite growing up eclectic food. What's your order at Filiberto's? I don't ever ask you, Robert. What's your order at Filiberto's? I've never asked you.
It's the same at every like random Mexican restaurant I go to. It's a carne asada burrito, baby. Whatever it comes with, I will eat, and I will be absolutely full at the end of it.
Sometimes carne asada is too chewy for me. Have you ever thought about going al pastor? It's the pork with the pineapple.
I prefer El Pastor and tacos and from like street taco vendors. But yeah, no, any new Mexican restaurant, I think that the safe thing is to go with the carne asada burritos. Never let me down, never given me diarrhea, and always honestly, like you're full at the end. You don't need it.
That's
They're
kind.
huge, DK.
I feel like I'm let down more than I'm let up by carne asada burritos, but that could just be me. I mean, maybe we're not having them in the right spot. I've given up on carne asada. I've moved over to the pork side or shredded chicken because the carne asada has been so inconsistent over the years since I've left Arizona. Also, you're in Southern California. I've been all over the place. Hawaii. It's pretty good here, but you're right. You nailed it, Rip. I should respect what you said about the tacos versus the burritos. Very different things. You're totally right. I got off topic, but that fires me up, man, when people love the AZ food options. He did not go for Chiba Hut, which if I'm at Chiba Hut, I get a blunt size Tommy Chong, which is a great toasted sandwich, mother. No hookahs there. I think Rip thought that you go there and smoke hookah, which is very fun too. But no, it's a sandwich place in Arizona. When was the last time you did a hookah smoke?
Actually, within the last like 6 to 9 months, they had a fundraiser at my kid's school, and it was like a party, and they brought in hookah. That was the entertainment was hookah.
At your
It
kid's
was very
school and
bizarre.
everybody got to hit it?
It was offsite. It was an offsite event, but it was some sort of fundraiser for the school, and yeah, it was very weird, very unexpected.
Yeah, very unexpected. Look, outside of the box thinking. What I the Wreck of the week with hookah that you may not think about, apple flavor. One of the best, and then you would never think of that as being the best. One of my favorites when I used to be a big hookah guy. What flavor are you going with when you get in there?
I think it was pineapple.
They love the sweets. Yeah, they love the sweet stuff. Hookahs. Great, great, good times. Get a little bit of flower tea. I don't even know, hibiscus juice, whatever they serve you, a little hookah. Read the newspaper. Enjoy your Sunday afternoon. It should be a whole new thing, man. All good. Great interview though, Rip. Loved it. Stay in the NBA because it's hot right here. It's hot. I'm looking at it in front of my face. Nico Harrison is fired. Quick recap, Mom, just so you're up to date here. Nico Harrison, the now former Dallas Mavericks general manager, who was the guy who traded Luka Doncic to the Lakers in early 2025. Shams came on First Take and said that Harrison personally pitched and executed that idea in exchange for Anthony Davis. It was him, and now he's out of there, so he's fired. They ended up getting the Dallas Mavericks the #1 overall pick. They got Cooper Flag. So for a little bit, people were okay. We were sitting on our hands. Even casual NBA fans were saying, okay, that just might be a little lucky twist of fate that happened and things will be just fine, all hunky-dory. Turns out it's not hunky-dory at all. At all. Dallas is terrible. They can't a little bit of defensive W's on that team, some good defensive players, but offensively, just a terrible team to watch. Cooper Flag's playing point guard. He's confused. He's regressed. He's not the player we thought he was going to be right off the bat. He's going to be like any rookie ever. And it's problematic enough that when you look at the Los Angeles Lakers, Luka's over there as an MVP candidate. Winning games too, Rip. Winning games on top of it. So with Nico gone, here we go, Rip. Final questions. 1 year later, this is the last time I'm going to ever ask you about Nico Harrison ever. But this situation as it sits now, who won that trade? Think about Cooper Flag looking like a generational prospect, maybe minus the last 7 games. But can the long-term payoff justify trading Luka Doncic in his prime? Can you see it at all?
I mean, the only way it would come close is if Anthony Davis could stay healthy, which for some reason he was with the Lakers for the most part. But I mean, he's back to his old ways where he just gets hurt, getting a rebound. And I think he's out for like a month already. And there's no way they can. I mean, he was the main part of that trade. So without him, it's not even close.
And that's it. His next chapter, AD's presence and veteran leadership and his ability to stay healthy is the reason that this is all going to be flambasted and come down. And this was the main guy that Nico Harrison wanted. He was friends with him from Kobe, from his time with Nike. It's just a mess. Now Luka's legacy in LA, I mean, it's just right. He's fitting in right with this core. It's reshaped. This will go down as the most infamous trade in the history of the NBA forever and ever. This gentleman, Nico Harrison, gosh, please don't end up in one of my cities, Nico. Please, for the love of God, don't end up with one of my teams. Arizona Cardinals probably going to bring him on, Rip, most likely. Just really ruin things for me. But it's the end of a chapter. It's the end of an era. GM usually isn't that important of a character in these pro teams because we're able to work around some bad decisions. This was such a bad decision that this thing has completely flipped it on its lid. And if you're a Mavericks fan, for a little bit, we felt okay. After seeing Luka in LA, he's just being great. We're going to talk about it here in a sec. The Mavericks fans are back to square one. Good luck. Sorry you paid up for those season tickets when you drafted Cooper Flag, because it's going to be a process like anything else. Onward, though, Rip. Any final statements for Nico Harrison? Any last take on this before we never bring it up ever again in the history of one-star recruits?
I mean, I think I can speak for all Dallas Mavericks fan when I say don't let the door hit you on the way out.
See ya. Quick power rankings and surprises. Minnesota Timberwolves are sitting at 5-4. That record could be better, but Anthony Edwards is legit. Two-way dominance. He's playing on both sides of the court. Did you see his dunk in Utah?
Oh, he has one like every night that makes the highlight reel.
For a guy who's 6'4", he's hitting that acceleration jump button higher and more active than anybody else. Must-see TV, Minnesota Timberwolves. 76ers did 2 things that I love. They brought back Rip's favorite jerseys. What do they call those jerseys, Rip? Do they have a name?
I just know him as I think 2004, 2005 Allen Iverson one.
That's what I know them as too. The black ones, the great shoes. They're just the cleanest, fastest one. And they're playing really fast with VJ Edgecombe. Really been fun to watch. One of my guys on NBA Ticket must watch. And I didn't expect to see that. But he brings energy and he brings a spark. And it's something missing on that team. It was ego and kind of blasé, but they're playing fast and quick. Just dropped a nice little partnership with Goldfish Crackers. Rip, I tried to get them for you. They're going online now for $200 a pack of those Goldfish. You had to be in attendance. First 8,000 fans got them. Would that drive you out? Would that drive you out to Philly to go to a game if you get some Pepperidge Farm collab Sixers Goldfish Crackers?
A cross-country trip for some goldfish? I don't know about that, man. Maybe if it was Cheez-Its. If it was Cheez-Its, I'd be there.
Yeah, big Cheez-Its guy. For me, biggest surprise, until he got his ankles completely broken off, literally fell down and might have broken his ankles. The Bulls, Josh Giddey, they're having a moment. They're having some cohesion there. They're a tough matchup. They're like a little stop and go of a play. Should more people be watching the Chicago Bulls, Rip?
Yeah, they've been probably the biggest surprise of the season so far. I mean, they have a bunch of guys who don't necessarily care about scoring all the points. I think if you look every night, especially every win they have 5, 6, 7 guys in double figures, DK. So that's a sign of a good team with good chemistry right there.
Yeah, it really is. And just rounding it out, Houston Rockets doing their things. We expected that. San Antonio Spurs, if you don't know, If you don't know, don't listen to this podcast anymore about the Spurs. Just start watching. Anytime you see the Spurs on TV, start watching. Get used to Castle. Get used to Wembanyama. They're gonna be here for a while. Cleveland Cavaliers, best team in the East on the low. Cleveland Cavaliers. Denver Nuggets, DaRon's team, doing their thing. Maybe one of the highlights for Denver that people aren't talking about are pieces like Cameron Johnson, Rip. Couple pieces that aren't coming through. Braun hasn't fully came through, but Nicola's doing his thing and leading the way. They're going to be just fine. And then obviously the best team in the league, and they just keep getting better and better and better. Oklahoma City Thunder. That's since the Warriors with Kevin Durant in 2018. I haven't seen a better put together team from top to bottom. Rip, is this a dynasty? This is in the making. Even guys I've never heard of, AJ, some of these other guys are top tier, all-star quality players who may be 7 or 8 guys off the bench in Oklahoma City.
I'm not ready to put the Nuggets to bed yet, DK. I think they can challenge OKC this year. I think Jokic has 2 or 3 more years left in his absolute prime, and he's just making things look easy every night, like we said in that interview with DaRon. And when you have a bench so deep that DaRon Holmes can't even get some minutes yet, I mean, you're talking about a really good team. So obviously, Oklahoma City's scary, really good last year, and great start to this season. But a lot of it comes down to health, and I can't wait to see that playoff match.
Can't wait. They even lost some guys. Champ Penny on San Antonio. He used to be so like really. Denver's becoming a place for players to go through. When you have a great player like Nicola, like a best ever, like a GOAT, it's interesting how good players and good role players want to come through there, and you just kind of see them come and go. And the best ones are starting to stick, and the bad ones are starting to go away, like Michael Porter Jr. It just seems like vibes are right there in Denver. Things are all good. Good power rankings, Rip. 1-star moments of the week. Let's hit them.
My week's been a little bit rough. Something I haven't had, I think, since I was a kid, DK, is just out of nowhere. I've had a sore tooth, and I can't figure out what it is. It's really a 1-star moment. It's been lasting for 4 or 5 days now. I thought I had something like caught up in my tooth. So I was flossing like crazy, and all of a sudden the pain is just getting worse and worse. So then maybe I irritated a little more, but I don't know what to do, man. I need some 1-star advice from our listeners out there, from all the 1-stars. I mean, I'm trying to hold off and not go to the dentist, but are there any DIY, like at-home cures for a sore tooth? I've been rinsing with warm salt water. I had an ice pack against my mouth last night. I can't shake it though, DK. So I need a quick fix here from some one
Go to
stars.
the dentist. You're fully insured. Go to the dentist, Rip. It's a life break too. It's like a cig break for non-smokers. You get an actual, the dentist is just a time for an hour to lay down. If they have a man saddle for your stuff, even better, more relaxing. You can put your cell phone in it like we talked about. But just take a life break. Just go to the dentist, man. Men are so stupid. We're so dumb. Why do we fight it? Go to the dentist.
Hey, I'll tell you what, if it's not any better by tomorrow, I think I'm going to hit up the dentist.
My
I'll
vote
give
is that it's probably a cavity or a crown. I'm going to put it out there right now. Cavity or a crown. That's pain. Those are the 2 pain points within the teeth sector, especially if you're talking those back molars, those molariuses back there, 23, 24, 25. Dentists know what I'm talking about. Those back daddies. You got to keep those clean, Rip. And I think you got a couple cavities back there. Get into the dentist, Rip. Be an adult. You're 57 years old. Be an adult. Get in there. Check it out. 1-star moment for me was football related. It's the Arizona Cardinals Sad Boys Club. Has transitioned to another placeholder in the moments of the week for the 1-Star Recruits podcast. I think this is about 4 or 5 times the Cardinals have made our 1-star moment list here. For me this week, I got my baby all ready to watch a Sunday late game, a Sunday 1 o'clock interdivision matchup between my Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. So, ready. This is a big game. This is the start of this thing's going to turn around, and we're going to get a nice decisive win in division to save this season and to get things going a little bit. And I told DK Jr. this. I was talking to him. I said, this is a big game. I'm going to put you down there. I'm going to allow you to watch TV. Okay, you can look at the screen. So I got DK Jr. set up. I got him in his Redbirds gear. I brought his bottle down to the studio, brought his blankie down to the studio, got him all set up, turned on the TV. I was a little bit late. 21-0 in the first quarter, Seahawks. 21-0, Rip. I sent you a picture. You saw DK Jr.'s first experience, and he hated it. He hated it. So I don't know if I'm gonna put him through this, man. I still got to decide, but I'm gonna do my damn best. Sad Boys Club, a complete and utter ass kicking, embarrassing game and divisional of coaching, of going for it on all these fourth downs and no creativity and running into our own players and bad throws and everything you can think of as to bad football. My wife came down laughing so hard. Kimmy came down laughing so hard. She said, please don't put DK Jr. through this. And she remembered the last time that I took her to a Cardinals game was when we watched a Broncos Cardinals Thursday night game, and I was so pumped. It was going to be a turning point to the season. And by the second quarter, we were down 31-3. Ended up losing that game 41-3. And my wife was just laughing. So there it is. 1-star moment. DK Jr. watching the Arizona Cardinals play football.
I mean, I'm not gonna to remind you again, but my recommendation of the week just last week, DK, was don't put your kids through being a fan of one of these teams. They're gonna have a rough life. I sent you that was my response to your text with the happy picture of you guys getting ready to watch the game. 21-0 first quarter, 35-0, I think, at halftime. I mean, you really want that life for DK Jr.?
About that life, man. When it becomes good, how sweet it will be. How sweet it will be. That was a funny picture, though, to send him. He's doing.
We've been saying that for 60 years. We've been saying that for 67 years.
I know. It'll just be sweet for us in 80 years when we're 85. Anyway, Rip, come on. That was a funny picture, though, of him doing that little stink face and it already being 20-21-0. Come on. That's funny stuff, too.
Yeah, I just feel bad for the poor kid.
1-star recommendations of the week. Negative to positives. My 1-star rec, I think a lot of people know about this, but I just want to remind them as they move through their life and they move through the holiday season, because holiday season means you go visit people a little bit and you have the opportunity to, or people to visit you, say, what should I bring? Or let me bring something. I don't know. I don't think a lot of people are drinking anymore, and wine is fine, but nobody's ever giving away good wine. It's always shit wine. New idea. Nothing but cakes. Bunt cakes. Nothing but cakes. Everybody knows NBD. Nothing but cakes. I don't know what the full deal is with the store. I don't understand the whole shop concept, and I don't even know how they fully make money and do the whole thing. It's like a weird grandma's house when you get in there. But I got in there and I haven't been there in a while. I got in there and I got 2 sweet treats for Kimmy and I got a double chocolate and a funfetti just on a whim, just as like a Saturday treat for us. It's a delicacy, Rip. It's a delicacy. It's basically like a supersized cup. It's a supersized version of the best cupcake that you've ever had. It's soft. It's really great frosting. Just really great. Actually, side note, memory too on Nothing But Cakes. When I was first dating my wife, the coolest thing that I ever did was going to Lake Tahoe. We were going to Lake Tahoe, and I was driving with myself and her brother, Nick. We were driving up to Lake Tahoe, and Nick and I were responsible for bringing some desserts to the Lake Tahoe weekend. And we hit NBD. Hit NBD up there in Elk Grove, Rip. Nothing but cakes. And he got to say Nick got to see his cool ass future brother-in-law for the only time in my entire life. And be serious. I got to say, I'll take one of everything and nothing but cakes. That's only 12 cakes, guys. 12 cakes. But I ordered one of everything at one point in my life. He still tells that story as the coolest thing that I've ever done. Rec of the week, though, nothing but cakes. And particularly the funfetti one. It's fabulous.
One of everything, man. That's incredible. Yeah, that's a crazy recommendation of the week to do that. But Nothing But Cakes, yeah, they're everywhere. Every time I go by, especially on the holidays, I feel like I see a line out the door. It's like Boston Market on Thanksgiving. So those things I know are good.
Give it a go, man. They're good. They're worth a step through and get your favorite flavor. I know you're a big carrot cake guy. Get yourself a little carrot cake hitter, Rip. What do you got? What's your rec?
I'm taking it back a couple episodes too, DK. Everyone knows I have an i12 mini that struggles to hold a charge, so I have to wiggle it on the charger for 30 minutes at a time to try to keep it in that exact right place to get a charge. My rec of the week, DK, you told me it's time for an iPhone 17, but I beg to differ because I spent $9.99 on Amazon on 2 new iPhone chargers, DK, and it's changed everything. The charge is holding. It's like a new phone. I'm rolling with the iPhone 12 mini for another 3 years, DK. $999 got me 2 new chargers and bought me another 3 years with the iPhone 12 mini. So if you guys are having the same problems as I am, don't take DK's advice. You don't need to spend $1,500 on an iPhone 17. Spend $999 and get new chargers. That's what it does, baby.
What a slap in the face to me. Damn it. So I was completely wrong. Yeah, I thought it was you had a situation of a loose charger that wouldn't fit any size charge, but I was wrong. You just needed a fresh one. It's a good rec, man. You should start there before going to the extreme levels of a new one. Damn it, though. I hate it when I miss on my advice on my 1-star recs, Rip. But I'm good. I'm glad that's working out for you. Big value guy. Rip reacts. Hit the music. What do you think about the NBA Cup's bold and unique court designs, like the Timberwolves neon green floor or the Bucks? They're calling it elegant gradient green with a double antlers and the fear the deer slogan. It's pretty damn intense. They're vibrant ass overlaid symbolic mosaic grids. I don't even know what to call them, with big ass city names at the center. It's kind of a fresh twist for fans. I'm asking you though, Rip, fresh twist, something cool, or a distracting gimmick?
I'm into it, man. It feels like an alternate jersey or like a MLB City Connect jersey where I wouldn't want to see him the whole season because I do like the traditional courts. But if you can see him 4 or 5 times a year, it's probably more trouble for the workers who have to make that thing and install that thing. But I'm into it, man. A handful of times is good to go for me.
I dig it too. It reminds me of Euro basketball a little bit, like celebrating like a little bit more. The intensity seems ratcheted up in those environments where the colors are bright and bold and not everything's as hardwoody. I'm into it too. If the Sacramento Kings, Rip, are set to shake things up and trading their main guys, Sabonis, Levine, DeRozan, this season, what do you think that biggest surprise would be? What young player or draft pick could become the next fan favorite for the city of Sacramento? While you think about it, I'll give you a couple names that people are talking about. Jeremy Grant, Donovan Clingan, bringing some Trailblazers down there. Derek White, he's a great Boston Celtic, but the Celtics aren't that good that year. He could be a guy coming to Sacramento. That's one guy that I'll circle. He seems like a Sacramento dude to me. Him and Anthony Simons, maybe. Maybe they go down to the Bay Area and figure out a way to get Kuminga up there to Sacramento. What do you think, Rip? Who do you want to see in Sacramento? Obviously, these teams aren't working with Schroeder and Russell Westbrook, and it's just not working there. Who do we want to see in Sac?
If you would have asked me yesterday, I would have said it's probably on the table that Nico Harrison would trade Cooper Flag for Malik Monk or something like that. But Nico Harrison, we talked about, is no longer employed. So I'm going to give you a wild card, man. Someone who actually needs a change of scenery. It's been kind of getting stale down there. And Zion Williamson, man, I think he'd be good up in Sac. Fresh start for him. Not sure it would change his career around, but he really needs to change the scenery. And I could see Sabonis playing down in New Orleans, or Malik Monk. Maybe throw Malik Monk down there in New Orleans. Who knows?
I'd throw Devin Carter in that deal. He seems like a party guy, even though he's losing his hair. He still wants to keep long hair. Seems like a good guy for New Orleans. I like that. Derek Queen happens to be the future down there. The guy's going to be able to play. He looks like he's 18 years old. He is 18 years old. Get him out of there. Get Zion out of there. Bring him to Sac. There's no good food in Sacramento. You can't get that fat off Potbelly subs. Okay? Last one,
Shots
Rip.
fired.
Brian Daboll. He made waves as the Giants head coach. You said it. Too much, too fast. It's all blown up in his face, in our face, in everybody's face. We all knew this was coming. You knew it was coming, but he's gone. He got fired. What's his next coaching move? Is he going to be a Chip Kelly? Is he going to be a one-time head coach and just tail between his legs back to an offensive coordinator? Just a nice job sitting up in the indoors, calling games, Daboll, eating, getting fat again?
I think so. And honestly, there's no shame in it because some guys are built to be head coaches and some guys are built to be coordinators. And it's not an insult. It's the fact that coordinators get paid a lot of money these days and the good ones are still really hard to come by. So I see him going back into a coordinator role and really doing well at it. I mean, there's so many guys have done that, tried the head coaching thing, not done great, but been back to a coordinator and really thrived. So I see him doing that again.
He's a flip-flop guy. He went from being a fat to doing Ozempic to back to being a fat again. So flip it back to OC, head coach OC. That's just how he lives his life. We live our life getting better one step at a time, getting interviews in. I just love talking to you, Rip. I wish I had a little bit more story. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna live more life to have more story. Okay, Rip, it's coming. Stay tuned. Listeners, you do the same damn thing. Rip, you do the same damn thing. Live more life, baby. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.